The Netherlands team of 1974, led by the legendary Rinus Michels, was the embodiment of total football, a tactical innovation that revolutionized the world of football. Players were free to interchange roles thanks to fluidity and tactical intelligence. The team applied high pressing to regain possession quickly. Built from the back with short passes and quick triangulations, alternating with rapid vertical passes. The high defensive line utilized the offside trap, while the dynamic attack, orchestrated by Cruyff as a false nine, created space for runs and stretched the field with wingers and fullbacks. The base formation was 4-3-3, but describing it merely as such would be reductive. The system was extremely fluid. When the Netherlands had possession, the formation often transformed into a 3-4-3 or even a 2-3-5. Fullbacks Suurbier and Krol pushed forward, stretching the field and creating width, while one of the central defenders, typically Arie Haan, would advance into midfield, acting as an extra midfielder to provide numerical superiority. When possession was lost, the Netherlands quickly reorganized. The formation would resemble a 4-4-2 or 4-5-1, with wingers tucking in to support the fullbacks and Cruyff positioning himself in an intermediate zone, ready to lead the pressing. The Netherlands' starting lineup consisted of Jan Jongbloed in goal, chosen for his footwork. The defense featured Wim Suurbier and Ruud Krol as fluid fullbacks, able to push forward and track back, with Arie Haan and Wim Rijsbergen as solid central defenders, also capable of starting attacks. In midfield, Johan Neeskens was the tireless engine, alongside Wim Jansen, who balanced the play, and Willem van Hanegem, the creative brain. Up front, Johan Cruyff played as a false nine, moving across the field to create numerical superiority, while Rep and Rensenbrink were dynamic wingers who contributed both with width and by cutting inside to score. To faithfully recreate the Netherlands' 1974 playing style in FC25, we begin by defining tactics and formations that best reflect Rinus Michels' total football. The base formation we choose is a 4-3-3 holding, a setup similar to that used by the Netherlands of the era, providing a solid defensive structure without sacrificing offensive play. For the build-up style, we opt for short passing, allowing the team to play with quick and precise passes, as the Netherlands did, utilizing players' technique and intelligence to maintain possession and move the ball rapidly. For the defensive approach, we select pressing, with the defensive line set to 100, mirroring the high pressing that characterized the Dutch game, a strategy aimed at regaining possession as close to the opponent's goal as possible, using the offside trap. This approach compresses spaces, forcing opponents to play under pressure while maintaining control of the game at all stages. To better reflect the movements of the Netherlands in FC 25, we will now set up player roles using Barcelona as an example, which has a tactical structure similar to the Dutch team. In goal, Marc-Andre ter Stegen will take on the role of sweeper keeper, like Jan Jongbloed, actively participating in build-up play and ready to intervene as the last line of defense. In defense, Pau Cubarsí will play as a ball-playing defender with an aggressive focus, just like Arie Haan. This role allows him to push up when in possession, creating numerical superiority in midfield, breaking the opposition's defensive lines, and adding dynamism to the attack. Ronald Araujo, replacing Rijsbergen, will be assigned the role of stopper with an aggressive focus, stepping in to intercept the ball and pressing high to maintain quick tempo and defensive pressure. These roles replicate the Netherlands' 1974 ability to control possession, play a high defensive line, and transition quickly and effectively. Fullbacks Alejandro Balde and Jules Koundé, taking the place of Ruud Krol and Wim Suurbier, will play as wingbacks. These players will provide width, pushing up the field to create offensive options and overlaps, just as Krol and Suurbier did. In defense, the wingbacks will quickly tuck back to support the central defenders, keeping the defensive unit compact. Offensively, they will continuously join the play, supporting the build-up and creating space for the attackers. This approach perfectly mirrors the fluidity and versatility that defined the Netherlands' style in 1974. In midfield, Frenkie de Jong, replacing Johan Jansen, will play as a holding midfielder with a roaming focus, similar to Jansen's ability to move freely across the midfield, controlling the game while supporting both defense and attack. Pedri, stepping into Johan van Hanegem's role, will assume the position of deep-lying playmaker with a focus on build-up, orchestrating play from a deeper position, distributing passes, and creating intelligent movements to advance the ball and maintain possession. Finally, Danny Olmo, replacing Willem Neeskens, will take the role of box-to-box midfielder, covering large areas of the field, both defensively and offensively, providing dynamism and runs to support attacking pressure. These roles recreate the balance and versatility of the Dutch midfield in 1974, combining aggression, control, and fluidity. Up front, wingers Ferran Torres and Rafinha, replacing Rob Rezenbrink and Johnny Rep, will play as inside forwards with a balanced focus. These players will frequently cut inside from the flanks to create numerical superiority in attack, contributing to finishing and creating space for teammates. Lamine Yamal, taking Cruyff's position, will be the false nine, allowing him to move freely among the defenders, dropping deep to receive the ball, and creating space for the wingers' runs. This tactical setup reflects the fluidity and creativity of the Netherlands' attack in 1974, with players constantly interchanging positions to confuse the opposition and maintain high offensive pressure. These are the ideal tactics to best replicate the playing style and movements of the Netherlands of 1974. By combining a high, compact defense, a fluid and dynamic midfield, and an attack that emphasizes mobility and creativity, we have managed to replicate the innovative and revolutionary approach that characterized Rinus Michels' team. Each role has been adapted to faithfully reflect the characteristics of the players of the time, offering an authentic tactical experience. As always, thank you for your attention. And now, I leave you with some gameplay to show you how this tactic plays out, giving you a practical view of how total football comes to life in FC25.
It's in. Oh yes, what a pass. There's still danger here. The game has been turned on its head. They have never stopped believing, and now they sense victory.